I thank you for coming back to the table. We are talking about how to make a good and, let's be honest, profitable podcast. David Shands is here with us. He built a multi-million-dollar brand through entrepreneurship, books, and his acclaimed entrepreneurial conferences. But it's his popular podcast to keep everyone talking and listening. And joining the conversation now is LaRayia Gaston. She owns a vegan bodega in Metro Atlanta, so it makes sense that her new podcast is called Over Coffee. And you'll hear why in a minute. And also here, Jasmine Smith. Her big personality and her love for children sparked her interest in the podcast space. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
Listen, so you two, we wanted you two here because you're in very different spaces and because David is willing to sort of kind of share advice at all levels. For you, Jasmine, you are brand new out the gate. You don't even have a mic yet?
No, I don't.
So why do you want to be a podcaster?
Because it kind of interests me, number one, and number two is most people have told me that I need to be on some type of show or have a show of my own because I love to talk and I love to talk about different topics and different things. And then it's kind of like I want to do it because my children are starting to get into content creating as well, especially my two oldest, they're boys. And so they make a lot of videos, so I kind of want to do it for them and my daughter as well because she's on some of their videos. And that way, if I know and I can teach them, then they can be great as well.
I like the desire to try to teach and develop some generational wealth there. And you should know we're looking at your beautiful family right here. But still, really not quite sure even where to begin. Have you done any research?
No, not really. The most research I've done is kind of like watching other people's podcasts and kind of getting the idea of how they do it because a lot of them have different topics.
Yeah, for sure.
So just going from there and just seeing what kind of makes sense, what fits, and how I want to go about doing my own.
I gotcha. And then, LaRayia, for you, a little bit further into the process, you've got some equipment, you've dropped a few episodes. Let's talk about Over Coffee.
I mean, I really wanted to have conversations with people who inspired me, thought-provoking conversations, and everyone knows how much I love coffee.
Yes.
So it was a perfect time to do that. I thought it would be great to share some of the experience I get to have that I don't think everyone experiences. Some of the most interesting, inspiring people I get to sit with, and I want to share that intimate encounter.
And you're both sort of looking for some content, but also technical. So, David, just from what you hear out the gate, your advice at this early beginning stage, the desire, what fuels it, and then once you have a few podcasts down and refining.
Absolutely.
What say you?
I think what both of them are sharing is I want to deliver something that I want to deliver. But what I love to hear is what is the problem that I'm solving for an audience of people? Because you might be having conversations because I just want to deliver, but you are so multifaceted that one episode you might be talking about politics, another one about the news, another one about jokes, another one about 80s sitcoms, where an audience is hard to follow that. So whatever episode that they come into, that's what they think it's about. And if the next one isn't about that or some aspect of it, it's like, well, this isn't what I signed up for. So if we think about what is the audience of people and the problem that I'm trying to solve, I think we can start building more of a following of sticky people to say, I need every single episode.
And how did you discover how to curate that, right? Because it's the concept of you can throw too wide of a net and catch nothing in the audience, but narrowing it down. How did you learn how to curate?
I mean, you follow what you like. We watch Martin's show because it's the same exact show. We know what to expect. It's only like one or two apartments. It's the same characters. We watch the same thing. It's just different content.
Right.
Even the theme. So, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if we watch these different, the things that keep us stuck.
Keep you locked in.
We know what to expect.
Yeah.
Right? So,
exactly. LaRayia, I know you had a couple of questions, especially since you're kind of into the process now.
Yeah, one of the questions I had was, my show is about conversations over coffee. My guests range from extreme things. Is it better to curate things based off of their specific expertise or having a theme for all of them to kind of fall suit into?
I feel that it should definitely be a theme. So no matter who's in the chair, I'm having the same conversation. So let's say, for instance, my podcast is about entrepreneurship. If I'm talking to an entrepreneur, of course, we'll talk about entrepreneurship. If you're not an entrepreneur, I want to find out why you're not an entrepreneur. because I know the audience are people who really want to get into business. So if someone's made millions of dollars, and I've interviewed the CEO of Chick-fil-A, Dan Cathy, well, he passed it to his son just now, but I know that my audience isn't billionaires. They're entrepreneurs that's trying to get in the game. So even my questions to this billionaire are foundational principles for that audience. So I'm always thinking about the viewer. So I don't care who you have. Let's just make sure we're thinking that this demographic of people, this audience, this avatar is being satisfied every single episode.
Jasmine, as the newbie on the block, do you have a question?
Okay, so I understand that you're saying that all your episodes need to kind of be centered around the same theme. So with them being centered around the same thing, because this question is for both of y'all, did y'all just sit down and think about, well, what really interests me? Is that what I really want to talk about? Or did you say, or did you feel like, well, let me just pick something that I know is going to keep people
the
watching
audience.
me constantly every time I make a new episode?
Maybe not necessarily the same theme, but the same audience. So we might have a conversation about R&B music, and we're talking about the 90s. Well, my audience is going to resonate with that if they're in their late 30s, 40s. They resonate. But we can also talk about Arsenio Hall and all the other great shows, right? Because but that same audience is they're going to resonate with both of those conversations.
The audience has to feel seen and heard,
sure,
right?
For sure.
We're going to pause right there. More conversation coming up right after the break.